everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. And my guest today needs no introduction at all. Ariane Poole is a makeup artist and celebrity makeup artist, professional, who's been working with us in 60 and Me for some time. Hi, Ariane.
Hi, Margaret.
It's wonderful to have you here again.
Oh, I love being here. I love being with you guys.
Well, I feel like I introduce you all the time, but like everyone knows you by now. Like they're your community as much as mine, I think.
And I feel that. I really love hearing, and I can just say I love hearing all of their comments and suggestions and questions. Really great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
They're super engaged, and it's really funny. They shatter that myth that women over 60 don't really care about what they look like, and their makeup is important to them. So
may I just share something with you?
Yes.
This week I've been doing lots of makeups, lots of talks and things. I did a wedding the other day,
Yeah.
and two of my ladies were 84.
Yeah, that's great.
And looked amazing. One 84-year-old, she does yoga. She was touching her toes. She put me to shame with the balancing.
Yeah,
so,
that's fantastic.
you know what? Age is just a number. That's all it is.
Amen.
Doesn't
I
matter.
agree. So speaking of the community, we went out and asked them for questions for you, and they came back with several really great ones, and one in particular that I am interested in myself, and that is eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Either eyebrows that are going like completely skew with, I think that's a word, crazy.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Sprout,
Hair
yeah.
sprouting, or losing hair, thinning hair, which is my one. I've got one eyebrow that is just suddenly losing hair, or graying eyebrows. So guide us through what we can do with those three challenges with eyebrows.
Well, we'll start with the sort of like higgledy-piggledy eyebrow.
Yeah,
You wake up in the morning and they're kind of just sticking out like antennae. There's a lot of great brow gels. They're clear, they have no color, and they work really brilliantly.
Right.
If you don't want to invest in a brow gel and you have a little bit, even those little cans of hairspray, a little bit of hairspray on an old toothbrush that you're not going to be using.
That's a great idea.
And brush it through. So it's not something that you have to spend a huge heck of a lot of money on. You can keep it really simple. In the olden days, when I first started doing makeup, we used hairspray on a toothbrush and it works a treat. But now they've got, like I said, the kind of gel ones that keep in place. But that's good.
But no color. So that just calms them down.
At all. Just keeps them, tames them, holds them. If they're really going wiry, then of course you need to trim them. So obviously that. But there's a few that kind of they're not quite falling into the category of trimming. So you want to keep those sort of tamed.
All right. What about, go ahead.
What were you going to say? That
What about gray ones?
Oh, I know about these. I can share with this. I've got a lot of graying eyebrows. Actually, they're white, not so much gray.
Yes.
Because gray almost looks like there's a chance of them getting darker. But I've got these white ones, and don't do what I used to do. I used to pluck them out stupidly thinking, oh, they're going to grow back brown. No, they don't. They just either grow back again white, gray, or they don't grow back at all, which gives you, patches. So there's a lot of fabulous products out there, and there's a lot of brow mascaras. Now, I know that you use one that you showed me just the other day. Can you show us all of that?
Sure.
I thought that was a great one.
So basically, the backstory to this is I decided that I was going to look at reasonably priced makeup. So I went to the drugstore or equivalent and picked up what I thought were good duplicates because, you can spend a lot of money on a little eyebrow pencil or pen. This one is actually, it's called Essence. And I think it's just, it's a local thing here in Switzerland, but you can probably just get this in the drugstore. Yeah. And it's just got a tiny little brow brush, you see? I think you can see. And it's really great. And this is what I've been using. I can't do it because I have no mirror here, but this is what I've been using on this little one that's disappearing. So is that... And it's got a bit of color, but very light, and which is super because usually I bought these more expensive ones that have a ready tint or kind of a darker.
And then the ready tint makes you look like you've got a little bit of a rash on your eyebrows. Not a good look.
Yeah. So this is
mine. I love that. Yeah. So I love that. I also love the brow. It's the Gimme Brow by Benefit, which is a similar kind of thing. Yeah. I love the little wand because you can cover the gray up really nicely or white, really fantastic. Stila also do some really great, these little felt tip pens by Stila so that you can just literally paint the brows away like that.
So now you're doing that in a way that is interesting to me. I'm using my pen. Like you're going up like that.
So I'm actually I'm painting them up like that so that I'm coating them. So I don't want to do it too heavy because I obviously don't want a big heavy thing. But these little felt tip things are so good. And I really want to share it because they come in a great host of colors.
Yes.
Again, the same as what you said. This is a blonde. It's got no gray in it, no ashiness, no red, which is the worst thing. It's a really nice one. Yeah. And that's great for women with grayer hair or, platinum blonde hair, because you don't want to have these fierce brows coming at you. So that that's actually, nice.
Yeah, that's great. So Ariane, that leads into the third point though about disappearing hair. Now maybe I've actually pulled some gray hairs in my lifetime, and that's maybe
it's a possibility. Who knows? I don't know. Well, I have
a bald patch.
I have the disappearing hair. So I'm going to just move my hair out of the way so you can see. Okay. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this off. Most of people will find that they have that kind of bald patch or missing eyebrows towards the end of their brow. If you can see there,
I can see.
I've got nothing growing here. It's just stopped. I plucked when I was in my teens, but you know what? I would have thought that would have, it grew back, but now it's not kind of growing back. So I'm just going to get rid of the little bit of redness there.
What are you putting on there? Just foundation?
I'm using a little bit of my concealer palette to get that redness. This is great. I know that would digress quickly, but the concealer palette is if you're somebody that gets their upper lip waxed or your brows waxed and you don't want to go out there with the red wax
mustache.
The concealer palette works a real treat.
Okay,
so cool. The product I use is our new brow balm, and the brow balm is like a creamy kind of texture, like a lip balm. Yeah. It comes in nice color. It comes in 3 shades, but the blonde is really nice because again, no redness to it. And then I just use a brush and I just fill in the end.
Wow, that's nice.
And then I've got a little bit of a chicken pox gap right in here, so I fill that in as well. And if you notice, I'm using blonde, and even though I'm really not a blonde, as you can obviously tell,
you're kind of layering it, so you're making it dark.
I don't want my brows to be too dark. There's that big trend where everyone's got these really dark brows. It's a great trend for the younger ones. On us, it just looks silly, and it doesn't work. Yeah. Our faces are much more delicate than they used to be, and they don't need that heavy brow. But you can see where I put that in, and like I say, it
very
comes
natural.
3 shades. So there's lots of things out there for the community to try out. It just depends on what your concern is, but there is an answer to every problem.
Ariane's got an answer to every problem.
Yes,
you do. So the thing is, for me, I mean, with you've got a little bit of leeway because your hair is so dark. My hair is so light. I've actually got to go super, super light-handed with anything I put on my eyebrows because it really does. Even now, you probably look at them and think, oh, they're a little too dark.
No, I think they're actually
okay.
You've done a really good job.
Yeah.
If you want to fill in using the brow product that you've got, may I make a suggestion? So anybody out there that thinks, well, I've brought this kind of brow product, but I've got a gap. Take an old eyeliner brush, and then go where the wand is. So I'm going to do it with the Benefit one. Okay. So if you've got an eye, that kind of mascara kind of thing, and you want to take a little bit like that, and then fill in the gap. So you're taking a little bit of the product off there, and then you're going to go in and you're going to just touch up the gap. So you have more control than if you have just the wand.
Okay.
But you can use the same product.
Okay, that's really great. I'm just seeing, is there any other thinning eyebrows is one question, gray was another. I think that was it on eyebrows. But thanks so much for that, Ariane, because a lot of women have asked about it. And, we know through just experience that eyebrows can make the whole face kind of light up.
Absolutely. Yesterday I was up in a place called Morpeth doing a talk for a group of ladies. Yes. And I did this one. I always do one half of the face so that they can see. And I did her brows and everyone went, oh, it looks like you've had a facelift.
So different. And then you put a little bit of that beautiful highlighter just underneath your eye there to
lifts the whole thing.
Yeah.
It really does make you look like you've had either an eye lift or a facelift when you've actually done nothing except shape your brows. It's a great trick.
I wish you were here with me sometimes just so you could actually fix my eyes and fix my makeup.
You can make it very well. I have nothing to fix on you. You're good.
You are the best teacher. That's why. Okay, Ariane, thank you so much for the eyebrow help, and I hope that's helpful to everyone. If you have any more questions for Ariane, put them in the comment section below, and we'll ask her to come back and reinforce the message or look at things from a different angle. But eyebrows, that was great advice. Thank you so much.
See you later. Bye.